to take control of Greenland. The president yesterday repeated what he sees as the risk of Russia and China gaining the upper hand on the island.
If we don't take Greenland, Russia or China will take Greenland, and I am not going to let that happen.
Is there any deal they can offer you?
Yeah, sure. I'd love to make a deal with them. It's easier. But one way or the other, we're going to have Greenland. You know what their defense is? 2 dog sleds. In the meantime, you have Russian destroyers and submarines and China destroyers and submarines all over the place. We're not going to let that happen.
In the meantime, are you going
And if it affects NATO, then it affects NATO.
Trump said again that he would like to make a deal to acquire Greenland, a semi-autonomous region that's part of NATO ally Denmark. Danish Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen has warned that an American takeover of Greenland will mark the end of NATO. Greenland is the largest island in the world, which is not a continent. It has a population of around 57,000 and doesn't have its own military. NATO chief Mark Rutte says there's no crisis over President Trump's interest in Greenland. He says that NATO is also interested in protecting the Arctic from common adversaries.
Let me first of all stress that all allies agree on the importance of the Arctic and Arctic security, because we know that with sea lanes opening up, there is a risk that the Russians and the Chinese will be more active. And as you know,
so no crisis whatsoever.
No, not at all. And I think we are really working in the right direction here.
Rutte added that he thinks President Trump is taking helpful steps for the alliance. The NATO chief says that without Trump, alliance members wouldn't have agreed to increase their defense spending. Similar to Rutte, Trump also pointed out the threat posed by China and Russia. The president says the best solution would be to strike a deal with Denmark so the U.S. can protect Greenland. And anti-government protests are escalating in Iran and have entered their 3rd week. President Trump is again warning the U.S. could take military action in